and clear at first. Looks like they are headed that direction to do so, and a probe did manage to sneak in this upper right-hand corner to maybe get that a little bit later. It's still going to need an observer out in the field. It looks like a vulture heading there. Dragoon's able to get the kill, so might be able to get an expansion. But still, lost a lot of map position, I would say, as a result. Idra feeling safe taking this 12 o'clock, even though he doesn't really have the troops out in the field to protect it just yet, putting down a lot of factories to kind of continue, and significantly putting down that additional machine shop. So there's that Vespene Geyser, and this is the critical thing right here. Let's see if the Dragoons do manage to cycle out to that 12 o'clock. There is a mine in the way to see them coming critically, and it looks like another SCV just kind of wandering out to see what's going on here and kind of get a good gauge on the field. This is the thing, though, for Idra. Idra getting a little bit greedy here, taking this 12 o'clock, feeling really safe in doing so, just feeling that basically he'll be able to play kind of that map control either direction against JF, and JF macroing perfectly here. He really hasn't missed anything with his macro management. He's replenished his forces rather rapidly, actually going in with another Reaver and another 2 Zealots, and see what he can do with it. So it looks like getting a nice mine drop and able to get that Reaver down, but losing both the Reaver, both the Zealots, and that shuttle once again, and coming in with another attack force on this natural secondary. So it looks like he is going to be able to take out, oh wow, that mine, whoa, took out so much right there. Able to get the comsat station. He's got a lot of troops cluttered down here doing a lot of damage, but wow, continuing to press in this attack, and this is just kind of JF's macro management capabilities, just going pound for pound. Only 2 tanks up above against, again, 6 Dragoons, so at least able to halt production here, but this really isn't the base where he needs to be harassing. He needs to be harassing at the 12 o'clock. At the very least, though, this will give him a significant economic advantage, because he's got 3 bases running otherwise, and there you can see Idra now actually sending all of his SCVs there to mine gas critically, trying to get that turret reestablished. Again, a little bit worried about the Dark Templar counter, but it looks like it's just Dragoons transitioning. Let's see if we are going to see some. No, it looks like mostly Zealots, mostly Dragoons coming across the field. And critically, JF able to establish his 6 o'clock, kind of turning around off that. So very nice job on his part. And just 3, again, light on the siege tanks, because he hasn't been able, and this is kind of the difference. That's why JF has been able to continue with these attacks, because there hasn't been that second gas to really supplement the additional siege tanks into the mid-game to really protect this natural secondary, which is why it's very difficult on Terran players. But critically, he's been throwing his troops in here and losing a lot of troops, where I think he would have been much better just playing map containment, just keeping those Dragoons kind of at that corner, making sure that the tanks can't really press out, and then making sure that Idris specifically didn't get this right here, this 12 o'clock base. Looks like JF moving out. He wants to go establish another base here in the bottom left-hand corner. See if he's able to do so. But critically, yeah, he was able to slow down Idra. I think that's going to make up for a lot of the damages that are happening. It looks like he's going to end up losing this forge in the upper right. At the very least, the probe not able to cycle around and really save it here. So at least losing out on another base. And the siege tanks moving forward, and the Dragoons not really heads up, not really on their feet. It looks like the Zealots coming in. Another shuttle and another Reaver. This is going to be the 3rd shuttle and the 5th Reaver in the mix here. Planted really in the mix. The Reaver once again getting taken out very rapidly. And this is not standard JF Reaver control. It looks like his just lacking a little bit in this game altogether, but critically I think Idra's going to come ahead in this match, because as you can see, he's just 2 Dragoons left. Idra once again expending another shuttle, another Reaver. Any gas unit lost in this match is absolutely huge, and its cost is absolutely magnified. And critically, JF not stopping any gas mining here at the 12 o'clock location. Idra able to get that second gas running, which is going to allow him to get more of those siege tanks. He's at a pure economic advantage now. It looks like he is going to be able to take this forge, and just in case this probe was thinking about doing anything in that upper right-hand corner, going to be able to stop that as well. He also is seeing this probe, thinking about taking that bottom left-hand corner, already there in position. Shuttle swinging around to try to get another Reaver in the mix. So let's see if that'll pay off. It really hasn't paid off well for him at all thus far. Some more, looks like some more Zealots, some more Dragoons kind of heading out. They are moving towards that 12 o'clock. No! Swinging back around to try to deal with that turret. And keep in mind, if Idra, as soon as they start pressing against that 12 o'clock, he's going to have to take everything he has to try to press against that. Looks like he's thinking about doing so anyway. Got a lot of vultures in the mix, able to pick off things here and there. But JF, his macro management has just been spot on all this game. He's really been able to replenish his troops rather rapidly, even against, I would say, superior production. So 6 factories, looks like 2 machine shops, Terran booster upgrade, actually 7 factories, as well as the armor upgrades coming alongside. So weapons 1 has already been upgraded. Big attack here at the 12 o'clock. Let's see if Idra's going to be able to deal with it in time. And actually, let's see if I'm kind of curious if JF is going to bring up that shuttle simultaneously and do some economic damage. This is critical for Idra. He needs to reestablish this as quickly as possible. Looks like he sent in the Vulture. I'm sorry, he sent in the Reaver and that shuttle to try to deal with some of those SCVs that are trying to run in transition. He is going to be able to escape with that command center. Not going to be able to save this gas. And Idra once again kind of falling back behind. Couldn't establish position. But oh man, JF has his entire army trapped here, except for maybe this Reaver. Because this Reaver going to have to, well, that's kind of like the defensive posture here, is he's going to have to work with that Reaver as much as possible. Actually, 2 Goliaths in this mix. That shuttle's not going to last very long. So we're going to end up losing all of his Dragoons, all of his Zealots. Idra will be able to swing back around, reestablish position. The Goliaths running out in the mix. Looks like they're not targeting the shuttle here. So that Reaver actually doing a lot of damage, able to take out a couple siege tanks here altogether before getting taken out. A much more effective Reaver than the prior. Run, Reaver, run! Gets wiped out, but actually inflicts significant damage in comparison. Took out several siege tanks, several Vultures, and it looks like 2 Goliaths. Still 3 siege tanks to the south here. And keep in mind, this has been running forever, and it looks like JF continue to produce the Reavers and the shuttles there at that 9 o'clock proxy, which has really been huge for him this entire game. Now establishing, looks like trying to get some cannons up to take this bottom left-hand base. Idra just now trying to reestablish this 12 o'clock, now has the map position and containment to really do it, but JF still running pretty. This is the thing, though. Usually 6-7 factories does not run well against 7 or reverse that. 7 gateways does not run well against 7 factories. It looks like we're seeing actually a lot of idle probes here, so a lot of micromanagement toll here, it looks like, on JF's part. But still, altogether, JF keeping up very, very well, I have to say. Very well in this match indeed. And it looks like, though, Idra now starting to push out with those Vultures. I'm going to try to get some harassment done. If he can, again, take out that base, reestablish that 12 o'clock position, make sure that bottom left-hand corner doesn't ever go up, and at least get some sort of containment. Right now, he hasn't been able to run any containment. The 6 o'clock has those 2 cannons, but I think these Vultures, pure, still be able to drain this altogether, planting a lot of mines in position. Yeah, they can actually just work these cannons down to drain this. And I think Idra, if he can take out this space and significantly get rid of these cannons, get rid of these probes, looks like he is going to be able to do so. Oh man, and JF running headlong. He's no observer, and it looks like he's going to run headlong into this minefield and end up losing some Dragoons as a result. Yeah, losing a significant amount of Dragoons.